I should have known something was up when I saw DeMarcus Cousins' interview. The way he was talking, I should have known something had to be done behind the scenes. All right, man, let's get right into this real quick, man. Good afternoon, sports world. Welcome back to the best of seven. Today is Wednesday, January the 13th, 2021, if I'm not mistaken. Welcome back to the best of seven sports talk. We got breaking news coming out of the NBA. It has finally been announced. It looked like a three-way trade is in full effect. The Houston Rockets have sent James Harden to the Brooklyn Nets to team up with KD and Kyrie. He got what he asked for. He got what he wanted from the beginning. I got a lot of opinion when it comes to James Harden. I saw DeMarcus Cousins' interview earlier. He was talking about how disrespected he felt, some of the teammates felt by some of James Harden's antics on and off the court. The way Boogie was talking, Boogie is not the type to really bite his tongue, but you rarely will see teammates talk about another teammate publicly like that. No chill, no hold back. So, they must have already knew this morning that a deal was possibly done. P Black in the building, Shooter in the building. Y'all definitely welcome to call up. The lines is open. Y'all see the number 929-436-2866. So I'm going to break down to you guys in a split second the remainder of the actual trade. This was an actual three-way trade. So to break down the whole trade in its entirety, the Houston Rockets are going to get Victor Oladipo, Dante Exum, Rodonis, or what is his name? Rodions Carux, 3 Brooklyn first-round picks, 22nd, 24th, and 26th pick. They're going to get 1 Milwaukee Bucks first-round pick, the 22nd pick, which is unprotected, and 4 Brooklyn first-round swaps, the 21st, 22nd, 25th, and 27th pick. The Nets are going to get James Harden. That's it, and that's all. And the Pacers are going to get Karis LeVert in the second rounder, and the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to pick up Jared Allen and Taurean Prince. So Jared Allen is no longer in Brooklyn, as well as Karis LeVert, but they do pick up James Harden. I got the Shooter in the building with me. Shooter, what's happening, fam?
Yo,
it's crazy.
Houston going to be all right. And who told Indiana to make that trade?
Oh, man. I'm happy for Victor, though. I'm happy for Victor Oladipo. He's been playing well, and I know he's finally getting a chance to win again. Well, he really ain't never had a chance to win. They wasn't doing no dominant things in OKC when he was there. So him being in Houston, John Wall, Boogie Cousins, I think Houston might make some noise.
Might. And then think about it. They control basically 8 of the Nets picks, right?
Yep.
And Cleveland came out of nowhere and just threw them Milwaukee joint like, let's throw Allen and Prince this way here. If I was Houston, they got 3 first-round picks in 2022. I would package 2 of those and get me a little power forward. No, they got Wood. I would get another player right there, another shooter with 2 first-round picks.
You mean before the All-Star break this year?
Yeah, no, they got 2 picks next year, right?
Right, but you're saying package those picks this year before the All-Star break to bring in someone that can help them win now.
Yeah, like if you want, get somebody like J.J. Redick, another shooter to go with Eric Gordon, and y'all good.
Is J.J. Redick playing for somebody right now? Is he signed?
He on the Pelicans.
Okay, this is last year.
I don't know his contract. I'll look it up. But Houston is in a very good position, and they under the luxury tax now.
Wow. I mean, I watched the interview Boogie Cousins did earlier today, and he was talking about how disrespected him and some of the teammates felt from James Harden comments about they just can't win and just the stuff James was doing off the court. And it surprised me a little bit that Boogie always go hard, but you don't usually see teammates talking like that to the media. So they must have knew earlier that this deal was pretty much done and James wasn't coming back, because I see that they told James not to even come to practice today.
But see, if that was me, I understand like John Wall and Cousins' frustration, but I would blame management. Why did you create this cancer? Like he been said he wanted to leave. Y'all knew if y'all kept him through the season, it would mess up our chemistry. Good thing y'all made this trade with 10 games in the season. We still got time to gel with Victor Oladipo and Exum and all that. But y'all should have did this since training camp.
Now, here's the $1 million question. Because what we have now in Brooklyn, New York, we have another problem in Brooklyn because KD is just coming back from the COVID protocol Sunday night. Kyrie has missed, I believe, 5 games now, personal reasons. We don't know what's up with Kyrie Irving. Stephen A. Smith called for Kyrie to retire today. What do you think Kyrie's future is in Brooklyn, and how soon do you think this thing may gel because James Harden is now in the mix?
With the Kyrie Irving situation, I look at the Kyrie Irving situation one or two ways. One, Kyrie Irving could just be tired of league politics because we don't know what's going on behind the scenes with the league. Because remember, the league got this COVID protocol. The media with the NBA has been trash for a couple years now. And it's like, maybe Kyrie Irving just don't want to deal with it no more. Like, He did say 3 years ago when he had 10 years in the league, he might retire.
But don't you think as a superstar, you have to have a responsibility of speaking to the media? I mean, that's part of your job. For you to be in training camp saying that you're not going to talk to the media none of season, I think that's real premature and it's corny.
It's one way to look at it, but then again, look at how political the NBA media is. Like,
True.
you got a lot of ex-players that's in the media that are cocksuckers. And I can see why a player would get frustrated because look at how the way the NBA is catered to, like, LeBron, and it's catered to, like, certain people are, like, above, oh, well, we can't scrutinize this person too much. We'll scrutinize you, though.
But I think when they come into play, man, especially with people like Kyrie Irving and in the NBA sports period, it's like productivity and tolerance. Depending on what you can produce on the court or on the field will determine the level of tolerance your team will have before deciding to get rid of you. We know when they come to on the court, Kyrie, one of the best point guards we've ever seen. So the team is going to tolerate Brooklyn, who hasn't won anything. They're going to tolerate a little bit more from Kyrie versus if he was just an average player giving them problems, they probably get rid of him. But it's interesting to see how fast Kyrie is now going to spin the block and come back to play now that James Harden is his teammate. I wonder how that's going to play out. Because some people were saying for a minute, Shooter, that the trade should be Harden for Kyrie. Brooklyn didn't have to do that.
Now, the crazy thing is, look at it. Brooklyn is basically going to run Golden State's system because Steve Nash was on that coaching staff when Golden State had Durant.
Right.
They about to start putting up 130 points on people every night if Kyrie come back. So the NBA better hope Kyrie don't come back because if with the time that they have to gel, Brooklyn will be favored to win the ring.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Because I'm not going to sit up here and let you disrespect LeBron like that. You can sit up here and talk about Giannis and how they're going to dominate the East. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Are you saying right now, Shooter, today is January 13th, 2021. You're saying if these guys stay healthy, you project Brooklyn now to be the favorites to win the whole damn thing.
Brooklyn is going to win a championship and they're going to bring a championship to New York. They're going to do it.
Oh, my God. First of all, how's that going to make you feel being a solidified Knicks fan? How does that make you feel?
Listen, at the end of the day, it's a good look for New York. And if it's a good look for New York, it's a good look for me. So we all right with that.
Are you switching gears, though? Are you going to keep orange and blue skies, or are you going across the street and fuck with Brooklyn as a fan moving forward if they win the chip?
I'm going to stay a Knicks fan. You crazy? I ain't going to abandon my Knicks. I can't do that. So look, this was going to happen. If Brooklyn go to the finals, I'm cheering for them to take LeBron out. But every time they play the Knicks, I'm booing them.
That's how you're giving it up. Okay. I don't think Brooklyn is going to win this whole thing. I mean, defense, who's going to be a shutdown defender on that team? especially since they got rid of Jared Allen now. Like that was really their best defender. So who's going to play defense on Brooklyn? They better put up 140 points a night. Don't nobody play defense.
First off, you got to look at it this way, right? If they go up against LA as LA is constructed right now, Kevin Durant cancels out LeBron.
What?
Kevin Durant cancels
Oh
out
my
LeBron.
God. Oh my God. What make you say that? What make you say
We already know in the NBA, LeBron is scared of two people. He's scared of Kawhi Leonard and Kevin Durant.
that's so disrespectful? If you want to say LeBron respects KD and Kawhi more than anyone else, then fine. To say he's afraid, are you kidding me?
Then you got that, right?
Who's the defending champion? I just want to know. Who's the defending champion?
Toronto Raptors, the bubble don't count.
Wow. Here we go with this crap. All right, continue on. I ain't mean to interrupt you. J.O. talking about Hornets in 7. He's ridiculous.
Hornets, they're not even going to get out of 10th place.
J.O. also says Kevin Durant is this era's GOAT. Are you kidding me? Come on, yo. The disrespect to LeBron James is not going down here on the show. Y'all know how I give it up, man. We ain't doing that, man.
Listen,
okay,
Kevin Durant.
Okay, you say KD cancels out LeBron. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Who's stopping AD?
All right. I wouldn't say he's going to stop him, but the points that AD is going to put up, Harden is going to put up. So their productivity cancels out. The only thing that won't cancel out is AD's rebounds. That's where Brooklyn will have to get a big man. They'll have to sign a free agent or whatever to get that rebound because Allen was that for y'all, right? So now, if
go back wait a minute, go back for a minute. Go back for 1 minute. When you say KD cancels out LeBron, are you talking also scoring, or you're saying that KD defensively will shut down LeBron James?
No, I'm talking about productivity on the offensive thing.
Okay,
so if you look at it, it'll cancel it out.
They're both liable to put up the same numbers. Okay,
yeah.
I got you. Okay.
So that'll cancel out. Offensively, not rebounds, Harden's offensive numbers will cancel out AD's because they could put up the same numbers, but rebounds is where LA will have the advantage. Who on LA is going to pick up Kyrie Irving's offensive productivity?
Everybody hit that like button for the kid. Word Sport in the building. Darian in the building. Edgar Ramirez in the building. Loey74 also in the building. Salute to all of y'all. This is the best of 7. If y'all want to call up, the phone number, man, y'all see it. 929-436-2866. The Lakers are a good defensive team, shooter. There's no one person that can stop Kyrie. There's no one person in the league that can stop Kyrie. So there's no way I can answer that individually. But the Lakers are a good basketball team defensively. It's different from last year, but as far as the core, LeBron, AD, KCP, Alex Caruso, they got some. He
said Alex Caruso. You mean that?
Alex Caruso is a real good defender.
Listen, every LeBron team has that one like great white hope type of player. Get Alex Caruso out of here. When they play Brooklyn. If Spencer Dinwiddie was not injured, Spencer Dinwiddie is wiping him right out. Get out of here.
Marc Gasol, I'm disappointed in. J.O. brought up Marc Gasol. I am a little bit disappointed in Marc Gasol's early productivity. Montrezl Harrell, I still think it's possible for things to be up for him. I like Dennis Schroeder. Wesley Matthews got to play better. Like he got to shoot a little bit better, and he need to play defense. So I don't know.
Wesley Matthews has never been a good defender. Not on Portland, not on Milwaukee, not even when he was with the Knicks or the Pacers.
Yeah. I think the Lakers did sacrifice a little bit too much in the offseason, getting rid of Danny and Rondo, Dwight, JaVale. They did definitely lose a little bit of their defensive presence. But so who do you got in the finals? You got Brooklyn versus who?
The Lakers.
So you got Brooklyn versus the Lakers. Do you have Brooklyn as the 1 seed coming out the East, or you just think once playoffs come, they're just going to beat everybody? They playing bad.
It depends.
Right now.
It depends how much time it takes them to gel, and if Kyrie come back. If all of those things happen, I have them as the 1 seed. But if not, I have them at like 3 or 4.
Man, I just This is it's predictable. I didn't think they was going to be able to pull a trigger for him to go to Brooklyn because that's where he wanted to go. And I'm like, yo, this dude ain't even playing fair. They not going to give him what he want. But
No, if I was Houston, I might have made that trade with Philly.
that's what I thought was going to happen. He would have went to Philly. You know, even if they had to put Ben Simmons in the deal, I thought he would have went to
No,
Philadelphia.
Ben Simmons was in the deal. They was going to trade Ben Simmons and Maxey. They was going to send in a deal around those two.
Okay. What do you think
But
about
then
this
again,
season? What's that?
if they had the side deal already put with Oladipo, I understand why they took the Nets deal.
Got you. What do you think about, this whole COVID situation? There's a lot of games being postponed in the NBA. Zion, he enters the NBA protocol, so he's not going to be playing tonight versus the Clippers. Also, the Atlanta Hawk Phoenix Suns game, that's going to be postponed tonight due to COVID protocol. What do you think about how this shit is kind of affecting this season? And do you think we're going to be able to finish the year off?
No, we'll be able to finish the year off because the NFL just went through a whole season with it, and they kind of worked through it, and they had postponed games too. So I believe they're going to be able to play 72 games this year, and then they don't have fans. I think if you had the fans, that would have been a higher risk. I know some arenas do, but it's not a lot. They're going to be able to get through it.
Now, we are having an all-star break, but we're not having an all-star game. What you think about that?
I feel like that makes no sense. Because, like, all right, you have the break. Are you still going to name teams and they just don't play?
As far as who? Yeah, because people need to be, you're right about that. Players need to be given their recognition as being an all-star.
Because, the Knicks got Julius Randle, and my man's just putting out numbers. He need to be there. What are we talking about?
If I'm not mistaken, and I don't know what happened last night, but as of yesterday, I know Brooklyn was tied with the Knicks and Cleveland as far as the records go. No, your Knicks have been playing pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
No, the Nets right now, well, it's kind of the same. The Nets are 6-6. The Knicks are 5-6. We play tonight.
Okay.
But that's Tom Thibodeau. Tom Thibodeau always been a great coach. He could make water turn to wine.
I cannot believe this, man. Brooklyn officially has James Harden. Wow.
But we live in right now. The NBA is a star driven league, and even though I don't like him, I do have to say this all started with LeBron James in 2010. He kind of ushered in this stars aligning where they want to go.
Yeah. I credit LeBron for that, though. LeBron helped people be self-made and make their own decisions. That's
because before that, they would try to, if a star would say they want to get traded, they're trading them to a bottom feeder team.
Yep. They making sure they traded them out the conference. They definitely wouldn't be trading them inside the division. They're not going to trade them to a team that they want to be traded to, or the commissioner could get involved and veto the trade, just like they did Chris Paul with the Lakers. Once Ray Allen and Kevin Garnett joined up with Paul Pierce, LeBron knew, like, yo, all right, it's time to really, set the tone now. I gotta get me two guys because it's 3-on-1. And ever since then, people has just been creating their own history. KD.
But low key, this can backfire on Brooklyn because Harden has 3 years left on his contract, right? So his contract might be up around 2024, 2025, right? Houston has a pick swap for 2027. So if the Nets go back to being bad and they get a top pick, it goes to Houston.
K-Doz, appreciate you, K-Doz, for the support. But who's coming out of the league, or who's coming into the league that's big name? Like, I'm not sure about no prospects that's really making noise right now in college or in high school. I guess it's
right now, And well, in high school, I know I'm not familiar with his name. I don't know if he's still in high school. They got the white boy. He's like 7 foot, and he moves like Porzingis.
Okay.
Um,
Shaquille O'Neal's
and
son might be coming out, right?
yeah, if he because he's on LSU right now, I believe.
He's supposed to. Yeah, I think this is first year. I think.
Yeah, because last year he had the heart surgery.
Right.
Cunningham, he's projected to be the number one pick this year.
What position he play?
I believe he's a point guard or a shooting guard.
Okay. Okay. All right. So it could be spread out. We could have guards and forwards mixed in the lottery for next year. All right.
I just want to know. I want to see this first game, and I hope Kyrie come back. I want to see what Brooklyn could do, and I want to see who they're going to pick up because teams like this, they always find these little hidden gems on the wire, the waiver wire.
Can we talk about James Harden, how he looked coming back, how unprofessional he's been since the start, even though he made it clear that he really didn't want to play for them? Like, I lost a lot of respect for James Harden after all this because he's fat, he's not in shape, he talking spicy like he's won something before. I know he's won the MVP before, but he has no rings, no hardware. He's been in Houston for the longest time. He's had that team in the palm of his hands and took them nowhere. I really, I feel, I kind of feel bad for that organization, man. How he dogged them out like that.
This is my one problem I have with James Harden. For you to come out here and say, I did all this for this team and we didn't win nothing. Sir, you're the reason why the team didn't
Thank
win
you,
nothing.
thank you. You are the X factor for the last, I believe, what, almost a decade. He got traded in what, 2013, 2014 to Houston.
Well, no, wasn't it the year after they went to the finals
Right.
when they played
When they played Miami,
the
which
Heat?
was,
Yeah,
which was in 2012.
yeah.
So in 2013, so he's been in Houston for almost about 7, 8 years now. He's had CP3, he's had Dwight, he's had Russell Westbrook, and hasn't done anything. Now,
Like
given
my thing is,
Mhm.
I don't get how he couldn't win anything with CP3, but every team Chris Paul goes to, he turns them into a playoff contender. Look what he's doing with Phoenix.
Well, remember they almost turned the corner, but CP3 got hurt and couldn't play that game 7 versus Golden State. Like they had the shot to beat Golden State that year, but Chris Paul got hurt.
And that proves that James Harden's style, he cannot win alone.
Yeah, absolutely. But even if you give him someone, he can't win. Like, so you know what I mean? They gave him Dwight. They gave him Russ. He played with Russ before. They gave him CP3. So now you're going to give him KD and Kyrie. If they don't win, then what do you say? Because we
If they
talked we
if
talked we
Brooklyn,
talked about Kawhi and Paul George choking and not winning last year. Now we got a big three in Brooklyn. If they don't win, I'm looking at it like Miami in that first year with LeBron, D Wade, and Chris Bosh.
if this team doesn't win, like let's say for the duration of 3 years, right? If Brooklyn does not win a championship, I'm blaming James Harden.
How is this going to work? How is this going to work?
Well,
Most Golden State worked on the strength that their team chemistry has always been share the ball. That was their system before KD came in. And
Mhm.
Steph and Clay are selfish anyway. But you got KD and Kyrie and now James Harden with a first year's head coach and Steve Nash. Like
See, people got to stop disrespecting Steve Nash. Like Steve Nash is not one of the greatest point guards of all time.
but
Understandably, this is his first time as a head coach, but everybody knows a point guard on the floor is another coach. Steve Nash know what he doing.
now Edgar says Marvin Bagley the third. He think Marvin Bagley would be a good pickup from the Kings. Do you think that Brooklyn could? You think Sacramento would give him up for them picks?
But Marvin Bagley would have to go to Houston because the Nets don't got no picks. They
Oh,
picks is shot.
it's Houston that has the picks. Okay, that's right. It's Houston that has the picks. Swipe left says
Because
Kyrie.
remember, you can't trade back-to-back year first round picks. That's why the picks are separated by a year difference.
Got you. Yeah, we know Kyrie not playing right now. Kyrie's missed the last 5 games, but because of this trade, we're wondering how soon these personal reasons are going to end now. Because, like I said, if KD wasn't even in the protocol last week for COVID, I think Kyrie would have been playing last week. Kyrie got some stuff going on with him, and I think that he just don't want the load of having to carry a team on his back like he had to do in Cleveland and got exposed for not being able to get it done. Because last year in Brooklyn, even though they wasn't going to go nowhere, he had an opportunity to play at certain games without KD, and he chose not to. So, I'm not sold on Kyrie being a leader.
I
But
think this is a political standoff with Kyrie. He's trying to send a political message, but he's not sending it in the right way.
who is he trying to send a message to? The league, the world, or what's the
I, this
message?
is this, this is just me ad libbing. I don't know, but I believe he's trying to send a message to the league and the media, like he can't be controlled. He can't be controlled. He's going to do what he does no matter what. But I feel like he might be going about it in the wrong way.
Well, I mean, well, then when we're looking at a 70, 60, 50 game season, to me, shooter, that all lines up to possible destruction. If you got Kyrie who's like that, then you got Kevin Durant who just wants to play basketball. He don't really like talking to the media. He just wants to play basketball, which you cannot do when you're the best player on the team. Then you got James Harden with the attitude that he has. Like, how is the chemistry going to work? How are those other people in the locker room? Because they're going to need help.
I don't know. See that this is one thing we have to look at Brooklyn for, and this might be the reason why they might not win the championship this year. That chemistry, how is it going to work? Because we already see Steve Nash doesn't have a backbone. Like he out here, oh, I'm not receiving texts from Kyrie. So I feel like this team needs a coach like Tibbs or Doc Rivers or Phil Jackson. They need a coach like of that magnitude. I don't think Steve Nash has the disciplinary factor to get the chemistry working.
Now, Kevin Durant, I want to talk about Kevin Durant real quick. Good Seven says, is any of these guys leaders? Do you think Kyrie, KD, or James Harden are leaders? Do they show leadership quality?
None of them are.
What does this do for Durant's legacy, shooter? Because Kevin Durant, no doubt, is one of the greatest players in the league in history. But he won his championships pairing up with Stephen Clay. Now he's in Brooklyn. He paired up with Kyrie. Now they got James Harden. If they're not able to get it done in Brooklyn, does that hurt KD's legacy?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, we know people care about championships, and he has 2 championships. So that's going to be the argument. The argument is he never was a leader. He never had his own team. Boom, boom, boom. But he's a champion.
Who
That's what it is. Because
who get blamed the most if Brooklyn don't win it this year? If
James
everybody's
Harden,
so James Harden is going to be the scapegoat this year if they don't win it.
yeah,
I think it's going to be Steve Nash. I think it's going to be Steve Nash. They're going to say Steve Nash had all that talent and was not able to get it done. They're going to say coaches have won it with less. They're going to say coaches with with just amount of experience has won it with less talent because Ty Lue, he won it in his first year, right? With LeBron.
yeah.
So I think they might point the finger at Steve Nash if they don't win.
You know why I say no, not Steve Nash? Because if we take it back, when Eric Spoelstra, the first year that he had the big three, they lost to Dallas. But look at the coach that Eric Spoelstra has turned into. The league respects him. So it won't necessarily fall on Steve Nash.
Okay.
It's going to fall on James Harden or it's going to fall on Kyrie Irving. Because one thing, the reason why it's going to be one of those two, we remember Kyrie Irving is the one that reached out to Durant for him to team up.
Right.
So you got the person you wanted to team up with and you bailed on him. That's one. James Harden, you caused all of this confusion just to get your way to Brooklyn and still be the same player. It's going to be one of those two.
Jo in the building. Jo, what you think about Harden joining Brooklyn?
Yo, man, I just had to come in for a quick moment, but hey, man, it's up from here on, man.
You think so?
This is what we this is why we play the game. This is what we came for.
Well, who gonna play defense? Who gonna play that game in Brooklyn?
Wait a minute, Harden played defense during crunch time,
Oh
and
my
KD is a good
God.
defender,
Oh my
and
God.
Kyrie will compete. Look, they would come together, and they know what's at stake, and come playoff time, is only going up.
Look, Jo, I know you're busy right now. We're not gonna hold you. I definitely appreciate you calling up, rocking out. But you've been watching and you've been covering the NBA long enough to know that when it comes to defense, we put Harden up there in conversations with Melo when it comes to poor defensive presence. No disrespect to Melo, but it is what it is. Harden has never been a top-notch defender. What do you talk about, Jo? Why are we doing this?
Well, didn't LeBron just win the championship and he don't play defense?
Who?
It's quite possible.
Oh, stop it. LeBron don't play defense.
That's not.
LeBron dead don't play defense though. He dead
Oh
don't.
my God, stop it.
He dead don't.
Y'all must have forgot about that chase down block. So Jo, real quick, man, before you get off or whatever. I mean, you welcome to stay on as long as you can, but who you got winning the finals now that this trade is done? Do you see Brooklyn as a sure shot to go to win? What's your vibes?
I got Brooklyn sure shot having beaten the Clippers in the finals. I haven't given up on Paul George and Kawhi just yet.
That is that's blasphemous in itself that you still putting the Clippers in contention to win it, to go into a
because now they could see the Lakers before the conference final. See, Lakers, they had to get to the conference final to get the Lakers. Now they're going to be like maybe a 4 seed, 5 seed. So they're going to see them pretty early.
What difference does that make? The Clippers cannot beat the Lakers in a 7-game series. I don't think it matters what round it's in. You agree with that, Shooter?
I don't trust Paul George, so no. If the Clippers see the Lakers in like the semifinals, they're not beating the Lakers. I don't trust Paul George or them little ass braids he got. Because like I don't trust people with a hairline that close to their eyebrows. Like nah, Paul George, you're not trusting him.
He the leading scorer on that team, I think, right now, right?
Yeah.
And then when the playoffs come, he's gonna average 5 points.
Yeah, playoff P-E-E though. Like he pee on himself. He pee on himself in the playoffs. Playoff P. That's the playoff P we know, man. I'm not sold on.
But wait. We talking about the Western playoffs. What seed do you think Houston is going to be with this design team now?
A 10 seed.
No way. That's so disrespectful.
Houston is done.
That's
Houston is done.
How?
They done.
Wait. With a starting lineup of John Wall, Victor Oladipo, Christian Wood, DeMarcus Cousins. What?
And
I don't know who's going to be the small forward.
And Jo didn't hear at the beginning of the show you breaking down how with them having so many picks, they could actually shake something up before the All-Star break and add another piece that could help them win now.
Oh, my bad. No disrespect to P.J. Tucker. You got John Wall, Victor Oladipo, P.J. Tucker, Christian Wood, and DeMarcus Cousins. That's your starting 5, and you feel like they're going to be 10th?
The 10th
Well, they
seed?
actually have LeVert too. No, LeVert went to he went to Indiana.
Indiana.
That's not enough. That's not enough in the West. That's not even a top 10 lineup in the West. We being clear.
That's crazy.
Who are they better in the West? Maybe the Kings. Maybe
they better than the Kings. They better than the Thunder.
They better than
Phoenix. They better than Phoenix.
OKC.
No, not better than Phoenix. They're not even. I wouldn't even place them above the Pelicans.
Wait a minute, Jo. Are you saying that the Houston Rockets with John Wall, Boogie Cousins are not better than Phoenix?
Phoenix with Chris Paul and Booker? You might want to revise that.
Wait a minute. Why are you acting?
Phoenix might wait. Phoenix might be a number 7 seed in the West. And you talk about Houston can't beat that. Well, come on, you're not gonna do that.
Yo,
he forgot.
I respect Phoenix as possibly getting in as an 8th seed, maybe a 7th seed, like you said, but being
Phoenix going to be a top 4 team in the West.
No way. Ain't no way.
Are they like number 2 or 3 right now?
That's right.
It's only 9-10 games in the season.
Weeks in. Jo, cut it out, man. You got Denver, you got Portland that's still gonna have something to say about this. Golden State still gonna have something to say about this. Portland, yes.
Okay, Portland. Okay.
I thought you was a
Wait,
Dame
wait.
fan. I thought you was a Dame fan.
I'm not a Dame. I rock with Dame, but I'm not a Dame fan.
Do you see they starting lineup? Come on, you got to start looking at starting lineups, Jo. I don't think you be looking at the lineup card. David Lillard, C.J. McCollum, Robert Covington, Nurkic. Who they starting power
They're the
forward?
worst defensive team in the league. They're the worst defensive team in the league.
Anybody with Melo gonna have the worst defense.
They're the worst defensive
Yo,
team
they
in
in
the
the
league.
live chat saying that Phoenix is better than Houston. That is not true.
Wait a minute.
Y'all putting too much respect on Chris Paul's name. Too much.
Wait a minute. Booker and Paul and DeAndre Ayton? Are we serious?
John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins.
John Wall. Wait a minute. Who?
We not gonna act like
John Wall.
We not gonna act like 3 years ago John Wall was not one of the top 5 point guards in the league. Don't do that.
2 Achilles injuries later. 2 Achilles injuries from Cousins later.
Yeah, Boogie
John Wall is fatter than Harden right now. Let's be cool. Let's keep it a buck.
Hey yo, this is terrible. This is ridiculous. I'm glad they got rid of Harden, man. I for someone that hasn't won anything,
They played themselves. They traded Harden for a bag of rap snacks. They didn't get Ben Simmons. They played themselves.
A lot of people say, but then again, wait, Jo, if they would have took the Ben Simmons trade, I don't think they could have got Victor Oladipo.
Oladipo's a bum. What do you mean?
Oh my God!
Look, Houston got a team of washed up injured players. Oladipo, torn ACL. Wall, 2 Achilles. Cousin Achilles in the ACL. Like they got a bunch of done. Man, they done. Done.
Those guys, those injuries are past injuries. These guys are ready to ball, man. Stop being disrespectful, man. You're carrying these injuries over from 2 years ago. Come on, man. They ready to rock. They ready to rock, man. You're funny, Jo. Oh my God, man.
Yeah, they really.
I ain't gonna lie. If I was Houston, I would have kept LeVert, man. He's gonna average 24 this year. Watch.
Yeah, they bugging. Why they get rid of LeVert for Oladipo? I mean, I'm saying Oladipo has the experience, but LeVert is kind of like a ball stopper. But I don't know, man. I would have kept LeVert, man. That's an easy 20.
But then again, and LeVert got more years on his contract. LeVert just signed that extension. Oladipo got 1 year.
I think LeVert could have been a future player for them, give them 20 every year. I think they missed the boat on that. I don't know.
It must have been salary cap reasons. I don't know.
They must have really wanted Jared Allen. I don't know.
Jared Allen on Cleveland. He didn't go to Houston.
See, they bugging. How you trade Harden for some late first round picks and Victor Oladipo, who's out of his prime?
I agree. I think they played themselves if they had options, but I don't think they had any options. They really should have just been. And if they would have been got this done, I don't know how attractive that would have been for John Wall and Boogie Cousins to come there. So maybe they thought for some reason that James Harden would possibly stay and they can make this thing work. Because I even liked Coach Silas.
Man, wait. For punishment, you want to go to Brooklyn? I would have sent James Harden to the Knicks.
Yeah.
RJ Barrett didn't give you much.
I can't believe that they gave James Harden what he wanted, man.
They should have got Tyler Hero in the offseason or something. Why you end up with Oladipo when you had Ben Simmons and Tyler Hero, guys like that in the offseason? That was when they bugged out.
Mr. Mumbles in the building out Toronto. Mr. Mumbles, what's happening? G, can you hear us?
Toronto.
Yeah, Mr. Mumbles, what's good, G?
Yeah. What up, people? What up?
What's happening? What you think about Harden joining Brooklyn?
Man, I think it's gonna guarantee that Brooklyn's gonna fail. And what's his name? What's the coach guy's gonna get?
Steve Nash.
He's gonna get fired because
After
they're gonna have to blame. Yeah, they're gonna blame him because it's too much talent for the team to lose, and they're gonna lose.
What about your Raptors? Your Raptors are looking horrible right now, Mumbles.
I haven't fucking flipping the Damon Stoudemire Raptors look better than this. I don't know what the hell's going on.
They tied with Detroit for the worst record in the NBA, 2-8.
You ain't Kyle Lowry making like $40 million a year?
No, I think he got like a 1 year, $20 million deal.
Van Vliet is the one that got the big money.
Yeah, Siakam need to be on the trading block. Trade Siakam.
That's the thing. It's Siakam that's letting us down. He's not he's not doing like. I think honestly, I just feel that he needs, for him to be dominant, he needs to have a superstar or
he's
something.
a sidekick.
Well, you might as well say Toronto might as well blow everything up because they got Kawhi's gone, Ibaka's gone, Marcus Gasol gone, DeRozan gone, Kyle Lowry, he's damn near done, Danny Green gone. So if Siakam needs to be traded, then that whole little thing Toronto had is it. That's it.
They gave max contracts to role players.
That shit is crazy.
It's hard to win with two 6'1" players starting in your backcourt.
Especially going against the king like LeBron every year in the playoffs.
Nah, come on, LeBron.
He said, "King."
Speaking of LeBron, why he swagging Jack and Kerry last night?
Oh, did you see? Oh, wait a minute. I'm glad you brought that up. Did you see the king from the baseline? Oh, my. Just turned his back. Come on.
LeBron looked like a 20-year-old senior in high school with him doing that yesterday. We're not going to have to do that.
Hell, y'all mad, man. Y'all see that range. Steph Curry couldn't possibly do that, man.
It would have been impressive if I didn't see Kerry do it 20 times already.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
He did all that, and he still can't fix his hairline, man. Get LeBron out of here, man.
Talk to us nice. Number 1 seed in the NBA, Lakers, 9-3. Talk to us.
LeBron hairline made of patent leather.
Yes, sir. Salute to all of y'all, man. But we out of here.
That LeBron is staying until what's his name gets in there. Brody.
Who?
He's staying a couple. He's staying until his I guess which one is his son?
Bronny. Yeah, if depending on what his health is like, I think he definitely can stay in the NBA until Bronny get there. If Bronny can make it.
Bronny will make it because guess what? At the end of the day, if he doesn't get drafted, LeBron will go, Lakers, you know you're signing him to a fucking contract, right? Yeah, LeBron. Okay, cool.
Man, he might be like LiAngelo Ball, man. Might not be able to cut it.
Yeah, that'd be so crazy, bro. That'd be so crazy if Bronny can't fit the bill. Damn, G League Bronny, G League James, Bronny G League James.
The competition, even in his off time, and the type of training that he'll be able to get, that will be very hard. And just his name recognition. You know, a team's going to want him on their fucking roster. That's just a ticket sale.
Because of who he is. I get it. All right, y'all. We rocking with the best man. It's the best of 7 Sports Talk. Big shout out to my brothers, J.O., the shooter, and Mr. Mumbles. Everybody, y'all stay safe. Y'all let me know in the comments.